Hello everyone. Welcome to Gistos TV. I hope una dey well. I hope everyone is doing just fine. Yes, my wonderful, beautiful souls. I cannot start my video now without saying thank you for subscribing. Thank you for viewing my channel. Thank you for your wonderful comments in the comment section. Well, this YouTube channel is actually for good news. It is centered for good vibes. Like yes, for good vibes. Yes, like we want to talk about everything beautiful. Like if we're analyzing any story, it is to know if it is to bring out the good in every story. Yes, so thank you once more. And if this is your first time of viewing my channel, you're welcome. And please, I hope you stay longer and I hope you get to subscribe to my channel. Yes, my people, it is about the biography of the popular Christian gospel musician, songwriter and music producer, evangelist Osinachi Nwachukwu. May her soul rest in perfect peace, and may justice prevail. So, but before I proceed, let's talk about, before I analyze this issue a little, let's talk about her biography. Her name is Osinachi Nwachukwu, title Evangelist Mrs. Osinachi Nwachukwu. Nationality, we know she's a Nigerian. State of origin, Imo State. Tribe, she's Igbo. Date of birth, 12th November 1979. Birthday, 12th November. Age, she is 42 years, or rather she was 42 years before her dismiss. Net worth, she has over $300,000 US dollars, and we all know that she is married. Yes, married. Spouse, her said husband's name is Peter Nwachukwu. She has 4 children, 3 sons and 1 daughter. Siblings, she has a twin sister, Amarachi Grace Eze, who is also a gospel singer, a famous gospel singer. She attends, her church is Dunamis International Gospel Center. Date of death, 8 April 2022. God. So my people, this is actually her biography, and she has done other numerous songs like Ekweme, with Ochina, one gospel singer, yes, who featured her in the song. And she has also sang a song with their pastor, Pastor Paul Eneche. She has other songs that she's also yet to release before her life was cut short by her said husband. Now, my people, let's talk about, do we talk about domestic, what women pass through in marriage? Like, I don't really want to talk about it because it is vice versa. Men pass through this too, women pass through this too. But how do you stay with a toxic spouse? It is true that husband and wife matter, person know the chook mouth inside. But it is also true that someone who God helps also helps him or herself. Yes, himself or hisself and herself, whichever way you want to put it. Because I don't know why people, well, let me not say I don't know why. I actually know why most people stay back in a toxic relationship. Because they feel, one, they feel, what would the society say? 2, their family depending. 3, where am I going to go from here is actually another factor that makes people to stay back in a toxic relationship. But my question is, if you as a mother, as a parent, gives up the ghost in a toxic relationship because you're staying back in a toxic relationship, who is going to take care of your children? And another question I keep asking myself, who are the ones raising these men that they have the heart, the mind to raise their hands on a woman? And I used to tell people that once you start raising your hand on a woman, you are naturally cursed, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. Now you see how this man is going to spend the rest of his life in a prison, in the prison yard. You see how this man has rendered his children orphans. You see how this man has dent his image. You see how this man has allowed evil heart, because I won't say the devil is responsible for this, because man naturally is evil. How on earth do you do this to your fellow human being? How on earth do you turn to a beast and your conscience leaves you? And to the woman that stayed back, enduring this kind of torture, where in the scripture did they say that you should stay back to endure this kind of torture? Well, I won't blame her. I won't blame her, Lala, because my people, and you won't blame the people that she must have confided in. You know, most people would say, why didn't you speak up for her? Why didn't you say, just like her counselor came out to say all the things she confided in her in. She didn't say mention them, because she actually gave her word that she wasn't going to tell anyone, she wasn't going to speak out. But she begged her to leave this toxic marriage, which she kept on believing in God that the man will have a change of heart. How do people like this change? Well, I've seen one like this, and they refuse, they are still there. So I won't blame her, but I just keep praying. My prayer is, God, may our children or the next generation to come never see marriage as something evil, because God made marriage as something blessed, and he has already left the manuscript, the manual for marriage, because he said one will leave his or her father's house and join his wife, and the wife will join the husband, and they will become one. So I keep praying for marriages, because if this is the kind of news that we'll get on social media every day concerning marriages, I don't know how the future will be. But God, we will keep striving, and the will of God will keep prevailing. Yes. Once again, may her soul rest in peace. Like, I don't even want to talk. I don't even know what to say. I don't even want to go into details of what people that knows her too well, people that she has confided in, the things, details of what this man has done to her, details of what this man did to her. And I kept looking at the man's picture like, why on earth would you stay back with such human being? I keep wondering. So what advice do I give to parents, siblings? Your person is in a toxic marriage, in a toxic environment, in a toxic relationship, and you just talk. Words are not just enough, except you don't love that your siblings very well. You bundle them out. Yes, you bundle them out from a toxic relationship, from a toxic marriage. You don't just talk, you bundle them out. That is if you love them enough. And for the spouse that are inhuman, that keep raising their hands on their spouse, most of them have already said to themselves, I will, instead of you to have peace, both of us will quench. Both of us will just like, they don't have, they already know that they don't have, they are nothing to write about. Like, my people, I don't want to talk about this, because this is what most women face in their homes every day. But what can we actually say? Just like every other person said to her, keep praying, he will change. Who is praying for who? Should I advise most women? If I don't want to advise anybody. I don't want to say anything. If she had reported to the right authorities, that is what I wanted to say. Maybe a little sense would have been inculcated into the man's brain. Maybe he would have stopped a little. Maybe he would have known his limit. Maybe he would have had an idea that that if such a thing happens to this woman, that you will go in for this. But I think because she was always quiet, keeping quiet, she swallowed a lot. That was why he continued. Mugbe. So this is how somebody's parents lost their daughter with prospects. Anyways, I don't want to judge anybody. I don't want to say anything yet. I don't have anything to say. I just wanted you people to have an insight of who Osinachi Nwachukwu is and who she is, and that is it. That is it, my people. May her soul rest in peace. May you find peace and may you make heaven, because that was actually your goal and you stood for it, and you didn't want anything that would say, And I pray you actually make heaven. And I pray you make heaven. And I pray you find peace in your heart wherever you are. So my people, this is the gist on ground. This is all over social media. We all know the gist. So I'll be signing out. Have a great day, everyone.